Have you ever met someone who constantly manipulates, deceives, or spreads negativity? Evil doesn't always show itself in obvious ways. It often hides behind charm, lies, and subtle mind games. The ancient Stoics believed that true wisdom comes from recognizing harmful influences and protecting our peace. In this video, we'll break down 5 key signs that reveal an evil person, according to Stoic philosophy. Stay tuned to learn how to spot them and, more importantly, how to guard yourself against their toxic influence. Let's dive in. Number 1. The illusion of charm and charisma. Charm and charisma are often seen as irresistible traits, capable of winning hearts, minds, and opportunities. But beneath the surface, these qualities can sometimes be an illusion, more about perception than reality. Many individuals who appear effortlessly charming may not necessarily possess deeper qualities of kindness, intelligence, or sincerity. Instead, they have mastered the subtle art of social influence, strategic body language, well-timed compliments, and an ability to make others feel important. This creates a powerful, but sometimes deceptive effect, leading people to believe in an aura of confidence or competence that may not always be genuine. The psychology behind charisma is fascinating. Humans are wired to respond to certain cues: eye contact, an engaging smile, a confident posture, and a rhythmic way of speaking. These signals activate positive associations in our brains, making us feel good in the presence of a charismatic person. Politicians, salespeople, and even con artists have long understood and exploited this phenomenon. The illusion lies in the fact that charm doesn't always correlate with substance. A persuasive speaker might captivate an audience without necessarily offering valuable insights. A magnetic personality can overshadow flaws, making it difficult to discern authenticity from mere performance. Moreover, society often rewards those who display charisma, sometimes at the expense of those with true merit. In professional and social settings, people who exude confidence are more likely to be trusted and respected, even if their actual abilities don't measure up. This can lead to an imbalance where the most charismatic individuals rise to the top, while those with genuine expertise but less outward charm are overlooked. The result is a world where perception can trump reality, and where charisma can mask incompetence, manipulation, or even dishonesty. This is not to say that all charm is deceptive. Some individuals possess both charisma and authenticity, using their natural magnetism to inspire and uplift others. However, recognizing the difference between true confidence and an illusion of charm requires careful observation. Paying attention to actions rather than just words, looking for consistency in behavior, and evaluating a person's impact on others can help reveal the truth beneath the surface. Ultimately, while charisma can open doors, it is character that sustains meaningful relationships and lasting success. The next time you find yourself drawn to someone's charm, take a moment to look beyond the surface. Ask yourself, is this person truly as impressive as they seem, or am I witnessing the illusion of charm at play? In a world captivated by charisma, developing discernment is the key to seeing beyond the illusion and recognizing genuine worth. Number 2. The absence of empathy. Empathy is the invisible thread that binds humanity together, allowing us to connect, understand, and share in the experiences of others. Yet, as society becomes increasingly fast-paced, digital, and self-focused, the absence of empathy has become alarmingly apparent. We see it in the way people interact online, in workplaces where profit is prioritized over people, and even in personal relationships where genuine understanding is often overshadowed by ego and self-interest. The decline of empathy is not just an individual issue, it has widespread consequences, leading to deeper divisions, increased loneliness, and a lack of communal support. One of the clearest signs of diminishing empathy is in the digital world. Social media, once a tool for connection, has become a battleground where people are quick to judge, shame, and attack others without considering the emotions on the other side of the screen. The anonymity of the internet has allowed cruelty to thrive, desensitizing users to the pain they may inflict with just a few keystrokes. Instead of fostering understanding, online interactions often encourage division, reinforcing echo chambers where differing perspectives are met with hostility rather than open-mindedness. The result? A culture where people feel more isolated than ever, despite being constantly connected. Beyond the digital sphere, the absence of empathy manifests in real-world interactions, particularly in workplaces and institutions. Many corporate structures prioritize efficiency and profit over employee well-being, reducing workers to mere numbers rather than individuals with unique struggles. When leaders lack empathy, employees suffer from burnout, stress, and disillusionment, leading to a toxic cycle of disengagement. Similarly, in healthcare, politics, and law enforcement, the absence of empathy can have devastating consequences, resulting in policies and decisions that neglect the very people they are meant to serve. Without empathy, fairness is replaced by cold calculation, and compassion is overshadowed by bureaucracy. Perhaps most heartbreaking is the absence of empathy in personal relationships. Friendships, marriages, and family bonds weaken when individuals fail to listen, acknowledge, and validate the emotions of their loved ones. When people are too absorbed in their own struggles or unwilling to step into another's shoes, relationships become strained, leaving individuals feeling unheard and emotionally neglected. Misunderstandings grow, resentment festers, and connections that once felt unbreakable slowly erode. True relationships thrive on the ability to empathize, to understand not just words, but the emotions behind them. Without it, love and trust become fragile, easily shattered by indifference. The absence of empathy is a crisis that affects us all, but it is not irreversible. Small acts of kindness, genuine efforts to listen, and a willingness to see the world from another's perspective can help restore the lost art of understanding. Schools, workplaces, and communities must prioritize emotional intelligence alongside technical skills, fostering environments where empathy is not seen as a weakness but as a fundamental strength. It is only by reclaiming empathy that we can rebuild bridges, mend relationships, and create a world where people feel truly seen, heard, and valued. After all, without empathy, humanity loses its very essence. Number 3. The subtle art of manipulation. The subtle art of manipulation is not about deception or coercion, but rather the strategic use of influence to shape outcomes in your favor. Manipulation, when understood deeply, is not inherently negative. It exists in everyday interactions, from marketing tactics to social dynamics. The key to mastering this subtle art is recognizing that people are driven by emotions, desires, and biases. A skilled manipulator does not force people into decisions. Rather, they create an environment where the desired choice appears to be the most natural or beneficial one. This is done through psychological principles such as reciprocity, authority, scarcity, and social proof, concepts commonly used in sales, politics, and leadership. One of the most powerful tools in manipulation is framing, the way information is presented to influence perception. A single event can be perceived in vastly different ways depending on how it is framed. For instance, a job candidate can be introduced as having 5 years of experience or half a decade of solving industry challenges. While both statements are factually true, the latter emphasizes expertise and problem solving, making a stronger impact. Similarly, reframing failure as a learning experience shifts the emotional response from discouragement to motivation. This subtle twist in language can shape decisions, attitudes, and even self-perception. Another fundamental technique is mirroring and emotional calibration. People tend to trust and feel comfortable with those who reflect their behavior, speech patterns, and emotions. This is why skilled negotiators and charismatic leaders subtly match the tone and energy of those they wish to influence. When done correctly, mirroring fosters an unconscious connection, making the other person more receptive to persuasion. Emotional calibration, on the other hand, involves adjusting one's approach based on the emotional state of the target. A manipulator recognizes when to apply pressure, when to offer reassurance, and when to step back, creating a psychological rhythm that keeps the subject engaged. The power of suggestion is another key aspect of manipulation. Instead of issuing direct commands, a master manipulator plants ideas in a way that makes the target believe the thought was their own. This technique, often seen in hypnosis and marketing, works by subtly leading conversations or presenting choices that align with the manipulator's goals. For example, instead of saying, "You should buy this product," a salesperson might say, "Many smart buyers choose this product because they value quality." This shifts the focus from persuasion to self-identity, making the decision feel internally motivated rather than externally imposed. However, ethical considerations must be acknowledged. While manipulation is a natural part of human interaction, its intent determines whether it is harmful or constructive. Influence can be used to inspire, motivate, and guide people toward beneficial decisions, or it can be exploited for selfish or unethical gain. The key distinction lies in transparency and respect. Those who master the subtle art of manipulation must be aware of its power and use it responsibly, ensuring that their influence fosters mutual benefit rather than deception. Ultimately, understanding manipulation is not just about control. It's about navigating the complexities of human behavior with skill and intention. Number 4. The grip of control, an illusion, a necessity, a burden. It seeps into our lives in ways both subtle and obvious, shaping our actions, thoughts, and even our relationships. Some wield it as a weapon, dictating the lives of others, while some cling to it desperately, afraid of what might happen if they let go. But in the end, who truly holds control, and at what cost? Imagine a man who meticulously plans every detail of his life, convinced that through sheer force of will, he can dictate the outcome of every event. He wakes at precisely the same time each morning, follows a strict schedule, and avoids uncertainty at all costs. To him, control is security. It is the only way to silence the nagging fear of the unknown. But then, life throws him into chaos, an unexpected illness, a betrayal, a lost job. The very structure he built crumbles beneath him, and he is left with nothing but the realization that control was never truly his to begin with. Now consider another scenario. A woman caught in the grip of an overbearing relationship. Her every move is monitored, her choices dictated by someone who claims to love her. At first she mistakes control for care, but soon the grip tightens. Her voice is silenced, her freedom stripped away. She no longer recognizes the person in the mirror. Yet breaking free seems impossible because control is a prison that convinces its captives they cannot survive without it. Control is not always forced upon us. Sometimes, we are the ones who seek it. We attempt to control outcomes, people, and even emotions. We believe that if we just hold on tight enough, nothing can go wrong. But the truth is, life is unpredictable. It refuses to fit into the neat little boxes we create. The harder we grip, the more it slips through our fingers. So what happens when we let go? When we accept that not everything is within our power? Paradoxically, surrendering control can be the most freeing act of all. It allows us to adapt, to grow, and to find peace in uncertainty. It teaches us that not every answer needs to be known, and that sometimes the most unexpected turns lead to the most beautiful destinations. Number 5. The poison of pathological lying. Lies are a part of human nature. We tell small, harmless ones to avoid conflict or to spare someone's feelings. But when lying becomes compulsive, when it is no longer a tool, but a way of life, it turns into something far more dangerous: pathological lying. This deep-seated behavior goes beyond simple dishonesty. It is a psychological disorder that poisons relationships, distorts reality, and destroys trust. Unlike ordinary lies, pathological lies are told without clear reason or necessity. They often serve no immediate benefit to the liar, yet they are spun compulsively, weaving a web of deception that even the liar may struggle to unravel. This habitual lying can stem from deep-seated insecurities, past traumas, or an ingrained need for validation. Some pathological liars create elaborate stories to gain admiration, while others lie to manipulate or control those around them. Regardless of intent, the result is the same: broken trust, fractured relationships, and emotional devastation for those caught in the deception. One of the most insidious aspects of pathological lying is that the liar often begins to believe their own falsehoods. Over time, their fabricated world becomes their reality, making it nearly impossible for them to separate truth from fiction. This blurring of reality can lead to even greater deception, as the liar must constantly invent new stories to support the old ones. They may even feel a sense of excitement or power from deceiving others, reinforcing their habit and making it even harder to break. The damage caused by pathological lying extends beyond personal relationships. In professional settings, it can erode workplace morale, lead to wrongful accusations, or even result in financial or legal repercussions. A pathological liar in a position of power can manipulate colleagues, sabotage projects, and ultimately create a toxic work environment. In friendships and romantic relationships, the consequences can be even more devastating. Trust, once shattered, is nearly impossible to rebuild. Loved ones may feel betrayed, manipulated, and emotionally drained as they struggle to discern the truth from the endless stream of lies. Identifying a pathological liar is not always easy. They are often skilled at deception, appearing charming and convincing even in the face of overwhelming evidence against them. However, certain patterns can reveal the truth. Their stories may be inconsistent, filled with exaggerations or change depending on who they are talking to. They may become defensive or aggressive when questioned, and often lack genuine remorse for their lies. Some pathological liars are aware of their behavior, but feel powerless to stop it, while others deny any wrongdoing and blame others for the consequences of their deception. Addressing pathological lying requires a combination of therapy, self-awareness, and support. Professional intervention can help uncover the underlying causes of this compulsive behavior and provide strategies for breaking the cycle of deception. For those affected by a pathological liar, setting boundaries and prioritizing emotional well-being is crucial. The poison of pathological lying can seep into every aspect of life, but with the right approach, it is possible to confront and overcome it. Only through honesty, accountability, and genuine self-reflection can the damage be repaired and trust restored. Recognizing the signs of an evil person is crucial for protecting yourself and maintaining your peace of mind. As Stoic philosophy teaches, we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond. By staying vigilant, setting boundaries, and refusing to be manipulated, we ensure that we remain in control of our own lives. Remember, true strength lies not in reacting with anger or fear, but in maintaining our integrity and wisdom. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay mindful, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.